obviously, you guys have gone viral. Just walk me through that day. When was it, and then tell me a little bit about what relationship between you guys are.
Hannah is my next door neighbor teacher, and I was also her mentor a couple years ago.
I mean, she told me about the plans. I knew they were going to be in our math plans. And so I was expecting them to happen at some point, and then I was in my classroom doing reading plans, and I heard the song, came to peek through her window to see what she was doing. I was like, this has to be filmed. So I ran back into my room, got my phone, and just filmed her, and that was it.
And then you put it to TikTok. I mean, did you ever think it was going to go that viral?
No, not at all. All of the followers I had on TikTok were my family members and some friends. So I did not think really anybody would see it at all, like the way it has been.
And then for you, did you buy the shark costume specifically for this, or tell me a little bit about
I did.
the idea behind just talk to me about the plan. Why did you want to do it like this, especially
Well,
with everything being so different and crazy?
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to do it. You know, virtual learning is kind of hard on everyone. It's a necessary thing that we need to do right now to keep everybody safe, but we know that, you know, sitting in front of the computer for a long time can be difficult, especially for second graders, which is what we teach. And so I kind of thought it was a fun way, and we normally do, you know, the alligator mouth eats the bigger number to teach them about inequalities, and I thought, well, what if we change it up and do a shark? And I got on Amazon, and I found a shark suit, and
it's just so funny because I just stumbled upon it, and then they had tweeted that somebody had seen it, and I watched it, and I didn't even realize it was KISD, and I was like, this is so funny and like such a creative way to teach math. And I mean, just talk to me about just the idea process, because you talk about it like that, but actually doing it, being dressed in the costume, what was that like? And what did your kids respond to?
They really, really enjoyed it, and I think they were surprised because, you know, they haven't met me in person yet. And so to see me kind of be silly like that, they really liked it. I think I heard some parents cringe in the background at the song that was used. But the kids really enjoyed it, and they were super excited about it. And that makes it all worth it, you know. They're not here with us right now for us to get those giggles and all the stuff that makes teaching great. And so just to see them laugh behind the computer screen just kind of made it all worth it.
And I mean, and you probably saw it when you were filming it. You were going for it. Like, it was commitment. Doing the action. Talk to me about like what it was actually like being in the process of doing like by yourself in your classroom.
Yeah, that was kind of the interesting part, was doing it by myself. So it was recording. We're doing kind of pre-recorded lessons and then showing it to the kids when we live Zoom with them as kind of our teaching part. And so part of it made it strange, but then another part of it made it a little easier because there was no eyes, or so I thought, watching me. But people seem to really enjoy the equal sign is what I'm hearing, so that was...
Yeah, definitely. And then talk to me about, obviously it's on your TikTok account, seeing the number. When did you post it actually?
Wednesday at like 3:30, and so we had our staff meeting. I drove home not thinking anything about it. I went to check my TikTok, and at that point it had like, I texted you guys like, there's like 7,000 views, and this morning I looked and there's over 16 million views, so I mean it's climbed in just 48 hours.
Nuts. 16 million.
Yeah.
Like that's something that you see like big numbers for like influencers.
Yeah.
Or just like just famous people in general. Knowing that two teachers just doing what they love, getting that many views, and just showing people that they want to see something positive.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about that.
I think a lot of it is, for me, is every teacher I know is exactly like that. Like every teacher, you could walk into this school and see them doing something extravagant or extra to engage their kids. I just happened to be next door and caught it on camera. I think that it's just what we love to do, is to engage kids and watch them smile and grow. And we'll do whatever it takes to make them happy, I guess.
In that same vein, how has it been, like, teaching on Zoom, coming up with these creative ideas to do it digitally? Because obviously things are very different now, and if you guys are going to make the switch to in-person, but what's that been like as someone that's been a teacher, navigating this new realm?
It really has been challenging. You know, I consider myself a pretty tech-savvy teacher, and even still, there was a lot of learning involved for us and for the kids. There has been a lot of good to come out of it too, though, because, you know, in second grade, at this point, it's still a little difficult for them to learn how to log into things and remember those passwords and stuff. And so now when they come back, we're going to be able to hit the ground running with some of that technology that I used in the past that was, you know, it would take a really long time for us to get in that groove of using it. Now it'll just be ready to go. And so that's kind of one good thing that's come out of it, I think.
Yeah. And then when you're seeing, because I'm sure a lot of people have been commenting, what is the feedback that you, I mean, just from your loved ones, but also just strangers? What have you guys been seeing?
It is overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, you know, we did not expect this to go viral, and it's been very like a strange situation, for like a surreal situation for both of us. But we thought, this is important that it's out there because, like she said, this is what's happening in every school across the country every single day. And I know sometimes people don't always see it, and I know sometimes there are people who are unhappy with the situation schools are having to be in right now, going virtual and hybrid and all that. And so I think it was just good for people to see, like, this is what teaching is, whether you see it or not. And most people don't get to see that, so it was nice to just kind of show, like, this is what goes on every day here. It's nothing special.
And like, as a teacher's kid, I think people are now really realizing, especially given the pandemic, how difficult it is to be a teacher and how vital you guys are to the day-to-day for just handling so many different kids at different ages. What do you think? Do you think this showcases that in a way, like during this pandemic, just how passionate you guys are, just how passionate people in this profession are? I know you talked a little bit about that, but I think everyone's eyes have really opened up even more so, given that parents are now really taking over the role earlier back in March with being you teachers.
Yeah, it's really strange, and it's seeing a lot of the feedback that parents are giving of like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how hard this is, because teaching is a job that requires patience all day long. No matter what you're feeling or what you're encountering with your students and how they're feeling, or when they're frustrated, you have to put all of your feelings aside and be there for them and support them and help them through those frustrations. And I think that's always the hardest part of teaching, is to set your personal feelings aside to be there for your kids, no matter what's being thrown at you. Because in a real life classroom, you do have 20, 25 kids that need your attention at all times. Whether it's a kid rolling around on the floor because they're upset and they don't know how to show their emotions just yet, or a kid that's struggling trying to understand the process of reading, and you know, all of those things are happening all at the exact same time, so you have to know how to prioritize of what fires need to be put out right then at that second. And so it's kind of changing how that happens, because in that situation you have a relationship with your kids, and so it's been a challenge setting up relationships virtually with our students. And I think that's why we do things like this in our videos, so that they can see us as their teachers, as people, and see that we care about them.
We've talked about the passion that's behind teaching. Why do you guys go this extra mile? Why do you guys want to be teachers, really? What's your passion behind it? Why do you guys go it?
I mean, I think the pageant answer for teachers is always to change the world, but that there's some truth in that. I mean, we see like what we do every day and how it affects kids' lives, and you know, so many kids go through things that people just don't even know that is going on for them, and so to just be able to put some good into the world and be a positive role model for these kids, to be the adults that some of us needed when we were younger that we didn't have, to, you know, cheer them on when they make it to different milestones. I mean, that's what it is. Being with the kids is obviously the best part of teaching, and so just, it doesn't matter how bad a day is, you come in and they smile and they're so excited to see you, and all they want to do is tell you how great you are and how excited they are to be in class, and it just, I mean, how do you not get excited about that?
I did not go into college wanting to be a teacher, and then I got to have an experience in a kindergarten classroom, and I was like, this is what I want to do. I had a student come up and tell me that I was the reason that they knew how to read, and that hits you. It hits you really hard, and really being there when they accomplish something that they worked so hard for, and getting to share in those successes with them, because then they're like, oh my gosh, I can do this. And you're like, yeah, I told you can, you're amazing. And helping them realize the power that's within themselves.
And then just the last couple of things is with your phones. Like, I've never gone viral. I don't know what it's like when you get all these notifications. Like, what have you had to do, like, with your phone? Did you have to delete the app for a little bit? Did you have to silence it? How does that work?
So I have the notifications for TikTok and Instagram turned off on my phone. So it's not just pinging all day long. But when I do get on the app, the little notification button, it tells you how many things you have, and it's always like 100 new likes, 100 new followers, 100 new comments. And then it's like the same thing on Instagram. People are commenting on pictures of my Instagram saying, hey, check your DMs. I think your video is really cool. I'd love to share it. And so it's been a very surreal experience. People reaching out, asking to share my video, or saying, hey, this is amazing. I love what you do. You guys are awesome.
And it's an interesting kind of situation because, you know, it's me in the video, I'm the teacher shark, and Hannah is the one that took it, so she's actually the one that's getting the brunt of all the notifications, and then I'm kind of getting screenshots from people that I know saying, I saw you on Twitter, I saw you on Instagram, or whatever else. But for me, because I'm not getting thousands every second,
yeah.
I've had some teachers that I don't know, not even in this district, reach out to me, ask me about it, ask me if I could send them the lesson, and tell me that their team watched it and now they're going to do it when they teach the same concept in a few weeks. And I think that's been one of the best parts, other than the kids being excited about it, is just to know like something I did helped other teachers, especially right now when everybody is trying so hard to do the best they can in the situation that we're in. So,
is this the beginning of a teacher influencer? How are you going to use this new power of all these followers?
Oh, I don't know. And I've been asked that question so many times. I never sought out to be a Instagram teacher or a Pinterest teacher or an influencer. I just kind of wanted to share some smiles. I have posted 2 new videos with the reality of what teaching can be. But I don't know, to answer that completely honestly. I don't think I want to be a teacher Instagrammer. I mean, I love what I do, and if I can share something to make somebody smile, then I think I'll do that with it.
Anything else that you guys want to add? I think that's all my questions.
No, I just, you know, want to reiterate that, like I said, yes, it's me in the video, but this is what happens in schools all day, every day, and I just think it's awesome that people are getting to see kind of behind the scenes what teachers do to try to engage their kids and take care of them.
All right, perfect.